This time it's your boy Sean.
What's up, Wikimaniacs? It's Asshole Friday, the best day of the week. My name is Josh Shell, and with me is the man whose laptop is always teetering on the edge of exploding. It's Sean Salvino. What's up, buddy?
Oh, what's up? But Josh found a solution, hopefully. This is our first time. We're testing it out. I should be looking crystal clear, unfortunately for y'all. So we'll see.
Yeah, hopefully going forward, Sean, we can get his camera that we bought working, because it's been tough making the TikToks recently. Your voice does not line up, and I'm like, oh God, this is going out to thousands of people.
Yeah. The Patreons are coming in. The patrons are coming in, donating our money, or their money, and the quality is getting worse somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how we did that, but yeah, your laptop was like, oh, you've seen success recently. Let me be your Brutus and backstab you.
Et tu, Brute. Yeah, it worked fine for, I don't know, it felt like a month. And then the last 2 months have been complete ass.
Yeah, the summer was rough, and we were too busy to fix it. So hopefully we found a solution now. Like it's better quality. We're hoping anyway. Yeah. So on today's episode, we have an ex who doesn't understand co-parenting. OP receives more than just pizza.
Oh, yes. Preemptive fist.
Okay. Sorry. A woman refuses to give back a wedding dress, and a girlfriend sends her boyfriends updates from the hospital. So, after that, we have our patron exclusive stories, where we have a boyfriend who wants to charge his girlfriend utilities, and a wife serves her husband and son fake meat. So, if you want to hear those last two stories,
I'm going to say not the asshole on that last one.
We'll see. We'll get into that one. Yeah, don't spoil the Patreon.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Pay us, guys.
Pay us. Yeah, go to patreon.com/cultivate podcast network, and you can sign up today and get access to those ad-free episodes, as well as those last two stories, which we do every Friday. On top of that, if you're a returning listener, please consider giving us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or why not share the podcast with a friend or partner. I know a lot of like our listeners are like listen with their boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, and it's a great bonding experience.
You get to see if y'all
really find out who your partner is.
Yeah, if y'all's judgments align.
Yeah. Well, Sienna's and mine don't align sometimes. Sometimes she's like, "Oh, you went too easy on that person, or you went too hard on that person," and I'm like, that's fair. You know what I mean?
It depends if it's a Monday or not for Josh.
Depends how mean I am.
Yeah.
She's never said I'm too mean to Sean. So
wow. Noted, Sienna. I'll remember that next time.
Whenever we meet in person, you can call her out.
Yeah.
So finally, some of our stories today come from listeners like yourself. And so if you'd like to submit your story for consideration, you can join our subreddit at r/Reddit on Wiki.
Ooh.
I think we just hit over 100, what do you call them? Subscribers, Redditors, followers? Yeah, on Reddit? I don't know what you call them.
Yeah, what do you call Redditors? I think followers, right?
Okay.
We have a whole Reddit podcast. We should know. We'll get better, guys. We'll get better.
We have a whole goddamn Reddit podcast, and we have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't actually know what it is. I guess it's subscribers, because you subscribe to each subreddit.
I wonder if Sean Hemsworth's post is still the most popular post. We'll have to see. We'll have to get an update.
That I don't know. There are tons coming in that are like non-Am I the Asshole stories, so you guys got a lot.
I was excited. I was looking earlier today, and then I was like, oh no, these keep getting fucking deleted. So.
Oh, Oh, like the actual cross posts?
Yeah, the actual posts keep getting deleted. So I'm like, oh no, I hope I could do whatever black magic you and John did that one time and find those.
Yeah, you can just Wayback Machine. It's a lifesaver for sure. So oh yeah, I guess we forgot to mention John's not here. He's on holidays in the Philippines. So shout out to John. He should be back sometime soon. But then he's gone again, just like myself. So we're just an announcement part. We're taking a break mid to late September here. Do you remember the dates actually?
I want to say we said the time we're taking off, no episodes, is going to be September 19th through the 23rd, with the only episode being a Patreon episode on the 23rd.
Wow. John's more organized than I am.
And you know what's fucked up? I'll be here. They just said, you know what? There's no way we can let Sean run the podcast by himself. And they're right. I think they're absolutely right. I think that would be a huge mistake. People would be upset.
See, that'd be interesting to have a Sean only episode. I wonder how that would go. It would be chaos.
I would get Chris and Ryan probably and just not do shots and thoughts that we could be like, oh, we have to do this because people actually listen to this one as opposed to.
Yeah, crossbows. So yeah, just like Sean said, we're gonna be off September 19th through the 23rd. We're gonna be doing a Patreon exclusive episode for that Friday. So patrons will have something to look forward to. But yeah, John and I will be on vacation, and as Sean said, we didn't trust him with the episodes.
Yeah,
so.
Fuck it. Maybe I'll go on vacation too. Fuck it.
Hell yeah, dude. You can come to Greece with us. It's gonna be a fun time. Yeah.
Did you ask Sienna? I feel like that wouldn't be a good time for her.
You know what? I think she would actually enjoy it because she wants people who like to party with, and so I feel you would be on that.
I do like
party
to party.
list.
I do like to
party.
party.
So I feel she would actually be okay with that, but I think it'd be a little late to plan that trip for you.
Yeah, probably. I can't afford a laptop, so let's say I'm probably not going to be able to, on a whim, afford a Greece trip.
But that would be sick if the first place we met was in Greece.
That would be crazy.
Great story. But I think that's all the announcements we have. Yeah, so look forward to us coming back at the end of September. And yeah, we're gonna have a great fall. Sienna's already setting up decorations, so it's right around the corner for Halloween. But yeah, without further ado, let us hop into the first story of today.
Oh yeah.
So this one comes from a listener, a patron actually. Your girl Diana.
You love to see that. It's translating all the Wikimaniacs.
Yeah, we need to get your boy and your girl shirts out. That'd be sick.
I would love that.
I would love that too.
We can also make shirts with my Venmo @ on there. That would be fantastic. Possibly illegal.
I don't think it'd be illegal. Would it be?
I don't know. I think I would definitely, if everybody did start actually Venmoing me, it might be a problem because I'd have to pay taxes on that. I think that's how that works.
Yeah, that'd be a lot. Once it's like people wearing your shirts with your Venmo, and then it's just hundreds of people Venmoing you for no reason other than it's a meme.
I mean, I will pay the taxes for it, I think. I mean, I'm all for paying taxes, if it's going towards, social justice-y type deals. So I think that's okay. Venmo me. I'm not going to stop. Keep Venmoing me, guys.
Your taxes go to Ted Cruz. How does that feel?
Not good, but hopefully, we at least get Abbott out of there sooner than later. Beto's running.
Yeah, right.
If more of you liberal people want to move down to Texas for a little bit, vote for Beto, and then, stay if you want to or not, whatever. Texas is pretty cool.
Well, that's a great plug to get Greg Abbott out of office.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah. When John's not on, we get very political. That's why he's on here, to keep us level-headed. So this one comes from Reddit. Thank you for your girl Diana. Just one more time. And I'm going to take out half of the title just because I feel it gives it away. So, am I the asshole for telling my ex-wife that she should be more responsible and keep me involved? So,
It sounds like kind of a right off the bat a little bit of a contradicting statement, because how is keeping you up? Say it again.
So, for telling my ex-wife that she should be a more responsible co-parent and keep me involved.
Okay, I didn't hear the co-parent thing, so maybe I'm
to
off.
give a to give a full context. I took something right out of the middle. So,
okay.
I'll read the full title at the end, but let's hop into it to get some context. So, my ex-wife Natasha has primary custody of our 16-year-old daughter Valerie. That's a cool name. I have custody of Valerie for about. It's Valerie. I'm an idiot.
Hey, Valeri's a cool name too. Save
I'm
that
in
for
the Game
D&D.
of Thrones where I'm like, yeah. God damn. Also, great second episode of Game of Thrones, by the way. So it's Valerie, I think. So I have custody of Valerie for about 8 days every month. I care deeply about Valerie, but Natasha is extremely inconsiderate of me and makes it extremely difficult to co-parent. Natasha holds final decision on all of Valerie's medical and educational decisions. I fought extremely hard to retain that power, but Natasha holds them instead. When Natasha schedules an appointment for Valerie, she does not do enough to involve me and make sure I can get there. Natasha will never ask what time works for me and my schedule. She will send an appointment time over a month before the actual date, as if I have superhuman memory and will be able to remember.
That one sounds like it's on you, bud. There are multiple ways to write things down, multiple apps to remind you.
Yeah. Google app. It comes, or Google Calendar. It comes with every phone. I'm pretty sure. So the only reminder that she'll send me after that day is the day before, when I've already made plans. She never bothers texting me and only uses email or our family wizard when she knows I don't have time to check those every day. I don't know what that is, but it sounds like an app that schedules shit for you.
Yeah, sounds like already. Yeah, I think my initial feeling for this story was correct. Yeah, she can't. You have to be responsible. She's not keeping you out of the loop. It sounds like she's giving you multiple different ways of knowing when things are happening. You just don't have time, so you say, "Oh, okay."
I'll double down on that and say, like, she's planning shit a month in advance. That's way more organized than I am.
that is ample time to figure shit out.
Plus, okay, we'll continue on and then we'll roast him a bit more.
Okay.
But Valerie and I used to talk all of the time, but now she's upset and distant. Just trying to talk with her now is like pulling teeth. I believe Natasha is purposely manipulating Valerie and trying to alienate my daughter from me by making it seem as if I'm not interested in her, which is extremely untrue. I am beyond interested in Valerie, even if she is in an angsty teen phase and unappreciative of what I can do right now. Valerie was upset now because I was not reminded of her driving test until the day before and was unable to come. I contacted Natasha and told her that it is unacceptable to be this irresponsible of a co-parent to me. I told her that the very least she can do is send me a weekly text reminder or some regular updates. Oh my
fucking God, you're a baby. You're a fucking baby, dude. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Keep going.
So I can stay in the loop and know what's going on. Natasha refused even a weekly update and said expecting her to be a decent co-parent makes me a lazy asshole. It's not as if a text would take the entirety of her day. I don't see how expecting Natasha to send a heads up every few days and make sure I'm involved with Valerie's things is unreasonable. So am I the asshole?
Yes. Absolutely. Unequivocally. Yes.
Yeah.
She's sending you a text a month in advance and a day in advance. She's also putting it all in the fucking wizard or calendar or whatever the fuck. And she's emailing you.
Yeah.
My guy. You have all the chances to. I would be pissed if I was your daughter too. You know what I'm saying? Because the Natasha she could show Valerie or Valera, whatever we want to call her.
Valera.
Valerie. Like, these are the fucking receipts. I gave him a month in advance. Like, it sucks that he's not here. I agree with you. That's not her manipulating Valerie. That's her telling the truth. You had multiple notices in multiple formats. It's on you, dude. You say you don't have time, even though you say you're, super interested in your daughter and what she has to do. You're not making the time. You have the resources.
Man, like a month in advance is so much time to like plan out. And like if she's emailing it to you, there's such an easy, like I'm pretty sure Google Calendar or whatever you use, I'm sure there's a way that you can click schedule like this into my calendar. Like as soon as you get the email, I'm pretty sure it's an automatic prompt that says, do you want to put this as a reminder in your phone? And you can just click it and it does it for you. Like it's so fucking easy. And you can send like, oh, remind me a week before or like a few days before that this is coming up. Like the audacity of you to be like, you're not the responsible co-parent when it's actually you that isn't the responsible co-parent. You know what I mean?
Also, with emails, if she's emailing you, there are ways to like set up folders and set up rules to, as soon as you get an email, it goes straight to that folder. So you don't have to like search all your emails. You have a Valari folder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A Valari folder. And on top of that, like it sounds like the Family Wizard or whatever it's called. That sounds like an app that's like organizing your family. So it's probably in there. And you could just turn on the notifications for when there's events coming up. I'm like 95% sure that's probably how it works. I've never used this app, but if it's like any other organizing scheduling app, it's the exact same thing, right?
Yeah, if you could check a text, you could check whatever the fuck your co-parent is using.
Yeah. And like if you're interested, you will check that. Like
exactly. Like
just before bed or like have a set time when you check it and then just be like, oh, okay, I've got this coming up for my daughter next week. This story sounds like you fucked up and you're trying to find a way to blame anyone else but yourself. And so that you're making up all this like, oh, she doesn't co-parent properly. And like, but she seems like she's going the extra mile and like a month ahead. And then like even sending you the day before text, like that's even more than she should have to. You know what I mean?
She set up the goddamn app, the Wizard or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So you could stay up to date, bro. I could see why y'all are exes.
Yeah, divorced.
Yeah.
She didn't want 2 children. She just wanted 1.
Exactly.
So I'll read the full title. So, am I the asshole for telling my ex-wife that she should be more responsible co-parent, and it wouldn't take the entirety of her day to send a few reminders and keep me involved?
Yeah. Good choice on that one. Good choice on editing.
Yeah, I had to.
Title.
Yeah, I wanted to keep the suspense going, but you called it out even before that, so I've got to.
Yeah, with the ex being a thing, like maybe like there is a world where the Natasha is booking these things and not telling you at all.
Right.
The title doesn't give that away. So I was like, oh, since they're exes, that might be a possibility. So I reserved my judgment. But my gut was right in the end.
You fucking knew it. You knew it. Yeah, and you're right. Like there are case scenarios where the ex just, day before is like, oh, this is coming up, and like didn't give you a warning at all. And then you've already got plans and it kind of sucks. So there is a world where that's the case, but she's giving you a month in advance. There's no excuse. So you're definitely the asshole.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's move on to our second Am I the Asshole story. So, am I the asshole for how I handled the pizza creep? And this one comes from a listener. It's a Reddit story. It comes from Isabella on Instagram. So shout out Isabella. Thanks for sending this in.
I will say I want to take back my fist because now I know it's a pizza creep.
Yeah.
Now that I know it wasn't warranted, I take the fist back. Sometimes I get a little too excited with the
fist. Sean asked me today because we weren't sure if we're going to be doing video with our new setup. And he's like, how am I going to know when you fist bump? And I'm like, we'll just have to guess. And Yeah, I'm glad I didn't fist bump this one.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like we could podcast without seeing each other, but I feel like it adds so much more. It's much more personal, and I like to be intimate with my guy. So you know what I mean. I gotta see him.
I get true enjoyment of seeing your face reacting to these stories.
Hopefully, we could get some more solid takes of my face with this camera that hopefully is working at the moment.
That's true. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I've ever done a podcast in person. We'll have to make that happen someday.
We gotta do that.
All right, let's hop into these stories. So, I, 31 female, am a member of a group that convenes monthly to discuss current events. After our last meeting, someone suggested getting pizza. One of our members lit up and said they knew a great place to get pizza, a small independent pizzeria. I'm all about supporting small businesses, so I agreed. Shout out supporting small businesses. That's the way we like it.
Josh, what's your favorite local pizza joint? Just for the Ottawa. Ottawaian? Ottawans?
Oh man, so the only small, because we're a pretty suburby area where we are, and the only small pizza place I tried was trash.
Oh no! Don't name them. Yeah.
So I'm unfortunately stuck with like Little Caesars, but I think there are a couple downtown that I enjoy. I just can't remember what they're called right now. I'll look some up and then we'll go there if you ever come up, Sean.
Would love that.
All right. So before our pizzas when we arrived, the manager was very off. He greeted my fellow group members very enthusiastically. He called her something in Italian that sounded weirdly intimate. He led us to a table and then handed out menus. We ordered without issue, even though his vibes were very unsettling. After he left, I asked the group member who recommended the pizza place if they knew him personally, and they said no. They said they just went to the pizzeria a lot and were very friendly with the manager. I mean, it's kind of funny if you know the manager of the pizza place. It's very telling of how many times you go there.
Yeah, I don't think my local spot knows me per se, but
you're not going enough, Sean.
Yeah, maybe I need to change that. Maybe I need to be intimate with the manager of my local pizza spot.
Yeah, this one sounds like a very Italian, like pizzeria, like a very like it sounds like it's very like the manager's very involved, and so I know some local businesses aren't quite like that, so you might not get the same treatment at yours. I'm not sure. Anyway, before our pizza arrived, he brought us an order of garlic knots. Now, none of us had ordered any garlic knots, and I tried to correct his mistake. He said that they were complimentary as a thanks for choosing his establishment.
Nice.
I thought this was very presumptuous. After he left, I mentioned to the table that I thought it inappropriate to serve food no one ordered because someone might be allergic.
I gotta say, I would love free garlic knots, and if people didn't want it, they didn't pay for it, I guess. So like, it's fine. Yeah, you don't have to. You're not required to. I might be turning on this on OP here.
That's fair. So the group members said that the knots were made from the same type of dough as the pizza we ordered, so there was no way anyone was allergic. Still, I didn't have any. After our pizza arrived, we ate without issue. The problem was when the bill arrived. No one was charged for their drinks, even though the prices are listed on the menu. I pointed this out to the manager, to the annoyance of the group, and he said it was the perk of being a regular. I said that I wasn't a regular and that he said he hoped I would decide to become one after today. At that point, I had enough. I said his behavior was creepy and asked for my bill to be fixed.
Fuck this person, man.
Oh, it gets sadder. So he looked upset but took the bill. The other members of the group got annoyed with me. The one who recommended the pizzeria was visibly angry, saying that I embarrassed them and potentially ruined the awesome discounts that they get. I said that I felt uncomfortable with his overly familiar behavior and that free food felt like a power play, a way to feel as though he had authority over us.
I don't think so. I truly do not. I could be wrong here, but it seems like he just did everything a small business owner does to try and like entice you to be a regular. I don't think he
Yeah.
was trying to get sexual in any way. Again, I wasn't there. But it sounds
Yeah.
like he just gave you some freebies in hopes that you come back.
Yeah, and it sounds like he has a good relationship with the friend that recommended it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they are regulars. So if I ever if I ever had a regular spot with and I took you guys there and you were like, this is fucking ridiculous. I didn't pay for this. I need to pay for this because that manager wants in my pants. I'd be like, Sean, calm down. Like it's okay. Yeah, it's just it's wild. But so then they got up to talk to the manager. They came back, slammed my new bill on the table, and stormed out. I paid in cash and left quickly as well, as I felt uncomfortable. I've been thinking over the situation and can't think I'd done anything wrong, but some of the group members I texted said I went way overboard. And my question is, did I?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Especially if you're with a big group and they're all like, hey, like, chill. Like, I don't think I think he's just trying to be nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you know, maybe sometimes you can read a room differently than your friends. I think you got to trust your friends that they're not. And if he does try anything, you're in a big group, I guess. So worst case scenario, y'all could probably fuck him up. I don't know. I truly don't think anything sexual was happening. Maybe I'm naive in thinking that. I don't want to, you know. But I would think most Wikimaniacs would take the free garlic knots and the free drinks.
I agree.
I think so.
I think it was a minor, like not even like he was just being friendly as you're supposed to be in like a service industry, and I think this is just a very entitled person who has never worked in the service industry, and it sounds like has never gone to a restaurant before. Like servers are nice.
Do you want them to be rude to you when you walk in?
Yeah,
they're
like,
supposed
fuck
to be
you. Here's your
welcoming.
pizza.
Yeah, there's restaurants where they could do that. I mean, those exist, but
they're in Boston. I've been
every single restaurant actually in Boston.
Yeah, every single one. They're like, "Fuck you. Here's your pizza."
Okay.
And you go, "This is the best slice I've ever had," but god damn, they were rude.
I've actually never been to Boston, but I've heard it's kind of rude.
They're funny. They play into it, I think, but they're good people, I believe. For the most part,
I know the sports fans could be a little racy, kind of like Utah.
Oh, yeah,
Utah
that's
vibes. But I think they have an Asian mayor right now, so who knows? Maybe they're on the up and up.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, their hockey team has beat mine many times, and makes me sad every time I think about it. But
don't even talk about their football team.
Oh God, yeah, true, actually. Yeah, they win everything. What the fuck?
Yeah, fuck Boston, man.
God damn, I turn around. Fuck you guys.
Oh,
I don't know how we got there from the pizza place to fucking Boston. But anyway, you're definitely the asshole for the way you treated
this guy,
the manager, and kind of fucked up the relationship between the manager and your friend, or probably not your friend anymore. But yeah, that's a situation where it's like, if you feel uncomfortable, you can leave. You're not obligated to be there. Even though like it does feel like it was just a server being nice, like a manager being nice in a service industry. So yeah, you're definitely the asshole for overreacting.
Yeah, just like I feel like weird talking about it because I've never, as a woman, you kind of have to be, certain, like, you have to take things in what am I trying to say? All your senses have to be kind of alert sometimes in regards to like creepy dudes and things like that. So I can't truly say like, oh, you were tripping, but I do, like 99% of me wants to say you're tripping a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty telling when the rest of your friend group, like it sounds like a lot of them are female, and they're all like, yo, chill, it's garlic knots, like it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
and freaking out.
It's pizza,
I
just
don't
in
know.
a different way. It's bread,
Yeah.
cheese, you dip it in tomato sauce. It's the same thing we're about to eat. Relax. Yeah. If the whole friend group is like, if you've pretty much ruined dinner, I think that's safe to say that I think you might have been in the wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And like, yeah, and it is like you said, there is a possibility that he was being creepy, but from all the context and all the clues from your own mouth, it
Yeah.
sounds like he was just being nice. And so I feel bad that you treated this man like that.
I
You know what I mean?
want to find out the name of this pizza joint and like give him a shout out if there's a possible way.
I have no idea how we'd be able to do
there's
that.
no way to do it because the OP is in the wrong. They're not going to give this place a shout out, but
No.
yeah. Support local
maybe with
pizza
the
places.
Yeah, just go to a local pizza place. Hopefully they're not creepy. And you might get some free garlic knots. That's the moral of this story.
Or just
what I'm getting.
get delivery. You know what I mean? Avoid eating there at all, I guess, if you want to. And just get delivery. Eat at your house.
No, get Delicio. It's the exact same thing. This is what they tried to convince me for years.
What's Delicio? Is that a Canadian thing?
Oh, maybe that's a Canadian thing. It's like the commercial is, it's not delivery, it's Delicio. And
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
people
America it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Oh shit. Maybe it's like the same company, but
It probably it's the same exact slogan. It has to
that's
be.
hilarious.
Wow.
Oh man, that's weird. I don't know if we have DiGiorno, but
I've
anyway,
never heard of Delicio.
I don't know why would they not have, why would they name it something different? That's weird.
I don't
now that
know.
think about it.
But like it reminds me of like Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. They're the same restaurant,
Oh,
but
that's wild.
different.
I didn't know
names.
that either.
I don't know why.
I'm learning
Or
so
like-
much about the food industry.
Rallies and Checkers. I think they're probably maybe this doesn't matter. They're two different restaurants. One buys the other. They keep the same names because they already have the name in that area, and then they merge the menus. I don't fucking know. I did go to
Okay.
business school. I should know this stuff, but fuck it. Who cares? Next story.
Before we hit our next story, we're gonna hit a break, and then we'll be right back with 2 more Am I the Assholes and our bonus Patreon stories. So stay tuned.
Hot girl summer is coming to an end, ladies. But that doesn't mean the end of smooth legs and scaped sacks. If you and your man haven't been scaping your bikini lines and his jugs down under, it's not too late to grab the best tools to sweep up those pesky pubes. The leader in below-the-waist grooming is here to make sure your pubes are feeling smoother than a beach ball and to make sure his nuts smell fresher than your pumpkin spice. Start the new season the right way and join over 6 million individuals worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code REDDIT at manscaped.com. The Manscaped Performance Package 4.0 has everything you need to keep that summer bod in check for the fall. Whether you're gifting it to your man or using it on your bikini line, let's keep your brushes tamed with the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. Their package also includes the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, the Crop Reviver toner, performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies. Their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor and a new multi-function on-off switch that can engage a travel lock and gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. And did I mention this trimmer is waterproof too? Whether you're hopping in the shower or hitting up the lake, this razor will devour even the strongest pubes. Real strong on the H's there. Now that you have the perfect haircut, use Manscaped's liquid formulations to keep that freshness even at the hottest barbecues. Most importantly, use the Crop Preserver ball deodorant to stay cool in the heat. With a soothing aloe vera formula, it's the best in the business for below-the-waist freshness, and this clear drying formula will keep looking good while smelling good. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Performance Package 4.0, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag, which will both bring your comfort to another level. And if you're not taking your man to get a pedicure, then he needs the Shears 2.0, a luxury nail grooming kit. This kit includes stainless steel nail cutters, tweezers, and grooming scissors. With the Performance Package, his sack will be smoother than beach balls, but make sure you cover the rest with the Shears 2.0. So, if all of that sounds great to you, you can get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Reddit at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code Reddit at manscaped.com. Hot Girl Summer doesn't need to end when you and your man keep it smooth all season long. Fist bump.
And we are back after learning the ever-changing business world of the fast food market.
During the
and
break,
who owned who.
Yeah, if you want to get on our Patreon, I do a 30-minute TED Talk on the depths of why Hardee's and Carl's Jr. are the same, Delicioso and DiGiorno, and
Sean,
so on and so forth.
I have no doubt in my mind that you could do a podcast on fast food. I have no doubt in my mind.
Oh, me specifically, I think so, yeah.
You and John actually would be very good at it because I feel John does fast food a lot too. So
I would gain an inordinate amount of weight.
Yeah, it's a review podcast. Actually, I'd listen. Maybe not. Actually, that'd be gross to listen to people eating food. Never mind.
It would be filled with ASMR if I'm in charge of it.
Be like a mukbang, but audio version. I don't know if that's a vibe. I don't know if that's a vibe.
Yeah, to get the video, it'll be on our Patreon. You know the vibes.
Oh God. All right. Well, let's jump into our next story. So this one is from Reddit. Mm-hmm. So, am I the asshole for refusing to give this woman her grandmother's wedding dress and jewelry back?
Yes. Yeah. I think so.
We'll find out. So, that was a quick draw. You almost never give like a full decision off the bat.
When I hear grandma's jewelry, I'm like, ooh, I feel like that should be returned.
Sorry, grandma, she's not giving it back.
I hate to say it.
So I, 26 female, bought a hoarder's house back in May 2018. It's a big 6-bedroom and 4.5 bath house. It's huge. Jesus. And you're 26. Holy shit. I'm jealous as a millennial who cannot afford a house. But Jesus. When I bought it, the contract stated that I take ownership of the house and everything in it. The lady who owned it died, and her heirs could not deal with the stench and literal mountains of junk and waste in it. You could only open the door 8 inches, and in some rooms had the junk filling the walls, filling the wall to wall and floor to ceiling.
Jeez.
That is nuts. Well, it took me the last 4 years to finish cleaning, fixing, and updating it. While doing the cleaning, I made sure to check everything before throwing it out, and ended up with more than $20,000 in money, some nice jewelry, and antique furniture, and finally a stunning 40s-style lace-covered wedding dress. This woman took care of the dress until she couldn't anymore, and it just took some minor work to restore it. I currently don't have a partner, but I decided that it would be the dress I will be wearing if I ever get married. While doing the cleaning, I reached out to the heirs to pass on some pictures and mementos, Christmas personalized ornaments, some kids' artwork, etc. And because of that, I had one of them, 30s female, in my Facebook friends list. After repairing the dress, I put it on with some of the jewelry and posted a pic on Facebook. Well, this woman saw it and asked for the dress and heirlooms back. I refused to give them back, and legally they can't do anything. Also, if they meant that much to them, they should have cleaned the house on their own and not sell it to me. Now she and her family are calling me out on social media. So am I the asshole?
This is a little bit more nuanced than I originally anticipated.
Yeah. I like the ones that catch you and you have to change your mind.
Yeah. I think
immediately backpedal.
Yeah, I think I'm immediately backpedaling. Like, it's not great of you, but it sounds like they didn't even know this stuff existed. Like, if it was something that meant a lot to them and their family, then I would have expected them to, like, look through with you and be like, these are what we want to keep, like, early on. You've had 4 years and you haven't said anything. That's
But also she did reach out with like Christmas stuff and ornaments and mementos and pictures and stuff like that. And she was nice enough to find the people and give them back. So that's like above and beyond what you needed to do anyway.
You didn't need to give back anything, like you're saying already. And you did do stuff that isn't like valuable to you, but if you found something that you mutually find valuable, and even then, I don't think they find it mutually valuable, because they would have been like, oh man, have you seen her wedding dress? Or have you seen this or that? We would really like, or even if, then you could have been like, please let us know. Maybe we could buy it off of you, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But
yeah,
you just never brought it up. She found it. And it sucks to say finders keepers with something like this, but it's been 4 years. Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah. And like you did pay
tough.
for it, and it was in the stipulation that you do own the stuff. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like them seeing it and wanting it is fair, but they're not entitled to it. You know what I mean? They had the chance to, like you said, stipulate, hey, if you find this, we would like this back, or we would buy this off you, or whatever, whatever the stipulation would be. So I think you're in the clear just because, you know, it's been so long. They didn't put any of those stipulations in. You already reached out to be nice and give them stuff that you felt they would want as a family. And I think going forward, you just have to block them and be like, all right, I don't have to deal with you people. Like, it's fine. I don't care.
I mean, you could be a saint and give it back to them, but as far as like judging, you know, what's right and what's wrong, like, you're not entitled to give them anything.
Yeah.
So, you know, if that's your vision for your wedding dress, you know, like
Go
we
ahead.
both said, I think we agree, you know, it's like they had a chance to save some of that stuff, but they decided to sell it. And maybe they had to sell it. Maybe they couldn't, you know, keep up with the mortgage or the property taxes or something like that, which I get. But again, like, you know, she already reached out to you about like giving you certain stuff. You could have been like, oh, by the way, if you find blah, 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 you know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and when they sold the house, they could have said, like, put those stipulations in. If you find a wedding dress, like, we'd like to have that. Like, those are stuff you can write into a contract, and they just never did. So they clearly weren't missing it until they saw it, which is either like they're like, oh, we could sell that for money, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's probably not, I don't know. My mind goes to they're probably just going to sell it if they get it. So, yeah, you're not the asshole for keeping it, I don't think.
And if they really wanted it, they could like offer to buy it off of you or something. They sound like they just want, you know, like, gimme. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Very entitled.
Yeah.
For all the work you did too. Like, you put in a ton of your own work.
Yeah, it took you 4 years to clean that house, and you spent money on repairing the dress.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think you're in the clear. Actually, let us know, Wikimaniacs, what you think about this one.
We could be wrong.
If they're in the clear. We could be, but I don't know. I'm leaning towards we're probably on the right side of this one. So let's move on to our final, what would you call it? Public Am I the Asshole? Before we paywall. Yeah, main feed Am I the Asshole story. So, am I the asshole for sending my boyfriend a photo of me at the hospital?
No?
See, this is what I would miss if I didn't get your face.
Yeah.
The reactions. This one comes from Reddit. I thought this one had an interesting title, so I wanted to see where this came from. So, any judgments off the bat, Sean?
I want to say no. It's like, what if you're in the fucking hospital. You don't have time to send a text. You'll be like, all right, a picture is probably the quickest way to, you know, let you know the trouble that I'm in, is what I'm thinking. But who knows? I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. So, a height 20 female was recently admitted into a hospital for a night due to a serious but non-life-threatening illness. I was completely out of it for several days with horrible pain before my roommate convinced me to get medical help. She took off work to stay with me in the hospital, and I cannot express how much her support has helped me as my own family lives too far away. Now, I've been dating Sam, 19 male, for about 9 months. Sorry.
You're good.
He knew I was sick, and so I texted him when I was first going to the hospital to update him. Since he was at work, he didn't read the message until much later. I sent him around 6 text messages, updating him with what the nurses were saying, and including a photo of me on an IV giving a thumbs up. It was my first time ever in the hospital, and I just wanted to keep the shitty situation as lighthearted as possible. So there's your framework. Sent a picture, giving the thumbs up in the hospital.
Yeah, and it sounds like a lot of other text messages giving you like an update on what's happening. So I don't know how he's gonna spin this.
Well, let's see.
Let's see the mind of an insecure man.
He responded a few hours later with a thumbs up, and that was all. I asked if everything was all right, and he said, "Yeah, just you being in the hospital is giving me a lot of anxiety. I'd rather not see you looking like that." I told him that was okay, and I didn't message him for the rest of the night, not thinking much of it. I guess that's a fair response. Like if you're like, "Oh, like that's making me nervous seeing you like that. I'm worried." I guess that's fine of her, like to just be like, "Nah, I'm not gonna message you then. Like it's okay."
Yeah, I mean, so far I'm on her side 100%.
Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong.
So far I'm like, okay, you should like, I don't know, you should, her being in the hospital shouldn't be like, oh, I don't want to see that. Like, you should be like, oh man, like, what can I do to help? Like, you're obviously in a worse situation than I am looking at this picture. So I don't know, man. Shut the fuck up, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I wasn't saying that it was fair of him to respond that way. I was saying it was fair of her to respond to be like, "Okay, if you're uncomfortable, I won't message you." Like that's what I was saying. Okay. Sorry. Just to clarify, I was not on his side in that one. So the next afternoon, his mom called me asking me if I was all right. She had the impression that I had sent him the hospital photo after he told me not to. She had the impression that I sent him the hospital photo after he told me not to share any information and was disrespecting his request. So his mom thought she sent the photo after, even though she sent it before. He requested not to send her not to show him.
How does she even get involved in this?
Yeah. Also, yeah. Why is your mom getting?
Yeah, mind your business, boyfriend's mom.
She then reminded me that his grandfather only died a year earlier, where Sam had to spend a lot of time in and out of the hospital, so the updates were making him grieve all over again. I apologized to her and sent him a text saying that I didn't mean to hurt his feelings, and he left me on red. My roommates think I didn't do anything wrong at all, and that he's being too sensitive/immature for involving his mom. Personally, I think this is a little unfair, as he was really close with his grandfather and struggles with anxiety. I really, really feel guilty, as I know his mental health can be and never as I know how his mental health can be and never want him to suffer. So am I the asshole?
I have more sympathy for the guy, but I'm going to keep it the same way I felt this whole time. You're not the asshole for sending that. You sent the picture before you knew how he felt. After that, you totally respected his wishes. Once you got, clearance on, how it made him feel and, brought into perspective his grandpa and all of that, you apologized and got left on red. Like, I don't see anywhere where you're in the wrong. Maybe, you could have been like, oh, like, thought before you sent it. But, like, you're in the hospital. You want to give him updates. Your first thought is to, like, I want him to know, like, that I'm okay. That's why you're sending a thumbs up. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like you're 100% fine.
Yeah, it seems like like your roommate said, it's a very immature response. Like, you're not in the wrong. Like, you were sick and you're talking to your boyfriend who you should feel the most comfortable with, like expressing how you're feeling and giving them updates. And you should expect like empathy and like compassion and someone to care for you and be there for you when you're in those situations. And I get that he has gone through a hard time, but like at some point you just like you got to put that aside and realize that you got to be there for your girlfriend or your partner or whoever, because they're the ones like not doing well. You know what I mean? Like you gotta realize that, okay, I can deal with, or even like let her know, like, this makes me feel uncomfortable, but I want to be there for you. Like there are ways to deal with that together rather than just being like, oh, you're trying to make me feel bad, like because you're in the hospital. It's a wild take to like logic to jump through those hoops, and then to get your mom involved is weird.
Super weird.
I know you're 19, but even back then, I don't think I would have ever got my mom involved in my relationship.
I think I would have just called you right off the bat and been like, okay, I'm glad you're okay, but I'm going to be honest with you. It's still a little soon after, my grandpa. I was in and out of the hospital for like a long time. These kind of pictures kind of fuck me up. So maybe we just keep it with text. I don't want to, visually see that at the moment while I'm still grieving. Something like that. Not a fucking thumbs up and then I don't want to see you sick. End of story. That's not good enough explanation. That's the worst way to deal with this, I think. It's hard to say there's an asshole besides maybe the mom for like stepping out of pocket. I know y'all are kids.
No, I think,
you think it's the boyfriend?
I think he's an asshole. And like I have sympathy for him, but you can still be an asshole, and I can still feel sympathy for you. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
He's being an asshole to his girlfriend in this situation. Like he's not being there for her. He's not even. Well, if anything, he's turned it around where he's like, I don't want to say the victim because he is like actually a victim, but he's trying to take away from like worrying about her and then just having her worry about him when she should be focused on herself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure.
And so I think he's kind of an asshole for that. And I think the mom is definitely an asshole for getting involved, but then also for just dumping more shit on her when she's in the hospital.
I'll say
wild.
I'll slightly disagree. I still don't think he's an asshole. I think people kind of grieve in all their own ways, I think at the end of the day, he's probably just not ready to be in a relationship, That's
fair.
Probably it. I would say probably he needs to, kind of figure that out himself. Because if he can't, you got to be, like you're saying, you got to be there for her.
And he's 19. Like, it's not the end of the world. He'll grow and learn from this, hopefully, and realize that. Well, and if he's got to, probably go to therapy and discuss this stuff with someone who's a professional, and then where the next time he's in a relationship and his girlfriend is in the hospital or sick, he can deal with that more maturely.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm not demonizing him. I'm just saying he's kind of an asshole for sending a thumbs up text and getting his mom involved.
Thumbs up. Short text to explain that didn't explain anything really, and then getting his mom involved. 100%. You're right. Those are all 100% dick moves. I just I feel for the guy for grief and all that stuff. Grief makes you do crazy things.
Yeah, 100%. And I like I said, I do still have empathy for him. Like he's been through shit, and he's not even the worst asshole we've had today. So
not even close. I might say Pizza Karen might be my least favorite of the day. That's the one that's sticking with me.
That's fair. That's a good one. I mean, the ex blaming his wife is pretty bad as well.
That's pretty bad.
For not scheduling.
Yeah, he's annoying. They're both pretty annoying.
Yeah, I agree. We'll have a poll to see which one was more annoying.
I think John has been doing polls. Good job, John. We miss you.
He has, yeah. When he's back, so he'll throw a poll up. All right, so there is a quick update here before we get into the patrons stuff. So this morning I woke up to a text from Sam asking for a breakup. He told me he needed to focus on himself and that there's too much drama in this relationship. Well, I agree.
I don't think that's the reason why you need a breakup, but I'm glad that you're finding yourself is one of the reasons at least.
Yeah, for sure. She goes on to say, I've been with Sam through all of his anxiety attacks, holding him crying in my arms more times than I can count. He has never done the same for me. I've made excuses over and over for this behavior. I've begged him to go to therapy. Sean, say the line.
Get therapy.
There we go. And he's always refused. The hospital stay and your comments have been eye-opening. I think this is her talking to him, I guess. Oh, and his mom, she reminded me to let go of my feelings and do what's best for me. I'm starting up therapy because I'll be needing the support. Sorry.
Oh, earlier?
Oh, shit. This is what the mom said.
Oh, wait. Start that over again. What?
She said, let go of my feelings and do what's best for me, and that she's starting up therapy because she'll be needing the support when OP is gone.
The mom will be needing support.
The mom said that she needs therapy for the support when the girlfriend is gone. That's weird.
I'm doing I feel like that GIF with all the math symbols are flashing before the eyes. I'm like, this is I'm a big proponent of, getting therapy and,
Yeah.
But it sounds
she sounds like she needs it.
But it sounds like it sounds like you're getting therapy to support your son. Why doesn't your son just get therapy?
But fair enough. Get therapy if you need to sort out your own shit so that you can be there for your son. That's fair. Why dump that on the girlfriend and being like, I'm doing this because of you?
Yeah. It's all weird. Oh, also earlier, whenever you were talking about how she hugs him through all his anxiety and he's never done the same, I said nice. Yeah. I wasn't saying nice to the fact that he never did the same. I was saying nice that oh, thank God this relationship's over.
Yeah.
Right. I just want to clarify that before people are like, damn, Sean's fucking mean. No.
Sounds like, she should have been there for him, and he didn't need to be there for her.
Yeah, I like that. No. Yeah, I was saying good that she's out, and then especially good that she's fucking out. That both of us were right in the fact that the mom is 100% crazy.
Yeah.
It's
good she's getting therapy.
Yeah. Weird to dump that, It sounds like the OP's boyfriend just needs to like he said, find himself. I would say maybe stop putting the blame everywhere else. Maybe stop getting your mom involved in your romantic relationships. Not necessary, I would think.
That's a big one. Or you'll be in more Am I the Asshole stories in the future.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law won't leave me alone. He's blaming me for her son's trauma. Like Jesus.
Holy moly.
Yeah. I think we can confidently say they're both the asshole, and OP is free and clear of a toxic relationship. So, good on her. And I hope she feels better, actually, too. I'll add that in. All right, that is it for this episode, Wikimaniacs. What did you think? Were these people assholes? Let us know the biggest asshole in this episode down in the comments on YouTube, TikTok, wherever you find us. You can let us know. If you want to hear more, please consider subscribing to the show and giving us a rating and review on whatever platform you are on, or you can share the podcast with a friend. And don't forget, if you want those 2 bonus stories, you can sign up at patreon.com/cultivate podcast network and get those 2 bonus stories where we talk more food. Sean loves food, so we talk about it again.
Sometimes more smut.
We should do smut again. Maybe we'll do that in the bonus one we do next week.
Yeah. Remember, Wikimaniacs, unless you're a patron, there will be no episode the week of the 19th through whatever the rest of that week is. I can't do math.
Correct, yeah. Yeah, we'll be back on the next Monday, whatever that is. Yeah. And before we go, I believe Shots and Thoughts is back, right, Sean? Did you want to shout that out?
Oh, yeah. If you're still listening, thank you. My other podcast is coming back. We already recorded it. Josh is teaching me how to edit video and audio, so hopefully that'll be on YouTube if I didn't fuck it up. But definitely it'll be wherever you get your podcast by the time this comes out. So, yeah, check that out if you're interested in listening to me drink with 2 of my other good friends.
Hell yeah. Definitely go check them out. Maybe we'll do a cross post on the Monday we're out.
Oh, yeah.
We do that.
We talked about the water shortage, which is a huge issue, actually. So
shit. There's a water shortage, and then I just heard Pakistan is actually underwater, which is crazy.
That is
There's a bunch of
crazy.
Glaciers melted, and then like a third of Pakistan is underwater now.
Oh my god,
it's crazy. Yeah, So I mean, that sounds like a great episode. Maybe that's a good follow-up episode you could do. But yeah, that sounds really interesting. Actually, I'm gonna check that one out, Sean. I'll listen to it on my plane to Greece.
We talked zero crypto this time, Josh. So
hell yes. All right, thanks, Sean, for coming on and sharing your takes today, and thank you, Wikimaniacs, for another amazing episode. We will see you in 2 weeks, I guess.
Unless you're a patron. Bye.
Unless you're a patron. Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.